Hi, and welcome to CES 2026. Behind me is Central and North Hall. Welcome to Vegas. Let's go inside. Hi, and welcome to CES 2026. I'm standing in front of the Bluetti booth. I'm going to spin the camera around and we're going to take a quick tour. Okay, here we are from outside. Look at this. This is a massive footprint we have. I don't know if there's going to be a DJ out here this year, but here we have Charger 2 display, showing it with a B300K. Here's the new Charger 2, the new Hub D1 that goes with it. They have it shown with a demo solar panel. And there will be an Elite 300 here. It's not out yet. Power stations are still locked up. Going around here, we have a RV solar setup. Here is the RV5. Batteries, the E-panel, the E-pad. Is this on? It is not powered on, maybe later. Let's pivot around behind us. FridgePower display. And here's the FridgePower unit itself. It is much smaller than I thought it would be. Let's flip the camera around and take a look at that. So, here's me in FridgePower. It's not that big. I mean, very slim. Got, yeah, 3.5, 4 inches thick. That'll be interesting. Let me turn back around here. So here's Apex display, showing it with a solar 4K on the wall. There's a Apex sitting on a B500K. Here's a double Apex and Hub A1 setup.
Did you want to be in the background?
Sorry. We have EnergyPro 6K, the AT1 smart panel, the new 13K. I won't stand behind you anymore. We have a little conference meeting area. And just a wall of things. Let me see if there's more around the other side. Here we have the Jeff doing Jeff things. Let's take a little closer look at FridgePower here. So they have a head unit and a battery connected to both utility and load here, and they are currently running this fridge. And the display on these is down below here. You can see, but they are on, and they are operating this fridge. It is on and cooling and has stuff in it. And what caught my eye is this display here. Now, I haven't figured out how to make it stay on. It says it has battery, but I don't know if we can see that with the glare. It is a nice little remote display that shows, I suppose, there are internal temperature sensors for something, input, output for FridgePower, time, battery level. That's pretty cool. And again, let me just show you how thin these FridgePower units are. I mean, here's my finger. That's pretty slim. So here we have the double Apex Hub A1 set up, and I'd like to show everybody these are real units. These Apex powered on, B500K powered on, B300K powered on. Same on this side. These are real units, and they have a coffee maker hooked up to that. So we're going to make coffee for people all week long. But let me show you something here on the Hub A1. So this is something that I've gotten a lot of questions about, these connectors that are on the hub end as well as down here on the Apex end. So these quick connectors, people, they snap them on and then can't figure out how to get them off. So there's this collar. It twists this collar to the left, and you didn't notice when you connected it that the collar did twist, but you twist it to the left and then you can pull the connector right out. And see that collar moves, and then this screw is to attach there to lock the connector on so you can't twist the collar, but they're just push to connect.
I thought there was, honestly. But yeah,
and it's locked, and then you're good to go. If you want to secure it, kid-proof it, whatever, you can tighten that screw. But that's how those connectors work, and I just wanted to show that. All right, so let's take a quick look at the EnergyPro 6K. This is something that was unveiled at CES last year. However, I'm not sure if they actually made it to market or shipped, but we have a unit here. It is 5.7 kilowatts and 7.6 kilowatt hours. This is a sort of Powerwall type device. It's 12240. It is not meant to be used on its own. It's meant to be used with a AT1 panel, which allows for some very interesting things. This is the same AT1 panel that you can use with Apex. You can also use it with these guys, the EP series. And what this does is allow you to interrupt your whole house feed and run it through here with smart breakers that would be installed. You'd have an input from a solar panel, input from these guys, or the EnergyPro 6K. You'd have a backup, so you're a sub panel from your house would go here. This is your sort of always on loads. You have a grid input, and this is something that actually very, very much interests me, because I have just moved to a new house that has solar on it. It has a 11 kW, 11.5 kW grid-tied system with SolarEdge inverter. So it's not really something I could easily do a Bluetti integration on, but this stuff is something that I could use. This will, I'm told, turn on, use the SolarEdge or Enphase inverters and allow you to run standalone if the grid power goes out, that sort of thing. So I'm going to be talking with some people more about the AT1 and the EnergyPro 6K and whether I may be able to use it in my new house. And it looks like we will have a DJ again this year. That's going to be fun. We'll see if we get a spontaneous dance party. Okay, the show is getting ready to start, and we've got power stations out here. I help carry most of these out here, but these are real units, and they are powered on. And I dare you to go to other booths and see the same thing on most of their units. And the cutest little Elite 10. I love these things. We have one of the new models being released here. This is a Elite 100, which is still an Elite 100, but it's with this new bioplastic shell. And perched above it is the beautiful little green Elite 10. Love this thing. Go around the corner from these. There's even more. Here we have some of the premium units. This is a little Premium 30, and the Premium 100, Premium 200, the Pioneer NA sodium ion unit. Here's another of the Bio Elite 100s. Here's the Elite 400, and right next to it is a brand new unit. This is the Elite 320. This is basically an AC 180 with a much bigger battery versus the Elite 400 is like an Elite 200 with a much bigger battery. Sort of little brother. Nice. It's also, you know, got wheels and a handle. So here is another of the new units being introduced at the show. This is the Elite 300. It is a 2400 watt inverter, 3 kilowatt hours, 3014 watt hours here. It has a TT30 on the side, which is something people were asking for with the Elite 200. This is also a real unit that is on. It has a 1200 watt solar input down here, XT60, 60 volt, 22 amps. They just keep, they love the amps. Yeah, 60 volts. It also has a 12 volt, 30 amp XT90 DC output. So that is going to be something extremely desired for. It has a 100 watt Type C, a 140 watt Type C, 2 little Type A's. So this is going to be a great unit, and the screen just timed out. So there we go. That is the new Elite 30, and right next to it is the Elite 320, which is 1800 watts, 3200 watt hours, 3.2 kilowatt hours. It has a 1000 watt PV input. Yeah. Okay, we're back now with the RV5 powered up. Again, the RV5 has 5 kilowatt batteries. They look suspiciously like rack mount batteries. They are heated. The output distribution panel. So they've got AC on the left, DC on the right. And this is capable of 50 amps on the AC side and 50 amps on the AC side, 100 amps on the DC side. The RV5 is 5 kilowatts. It could really replace an AC 500 like in a home install. Kind of interesting, but so now that it's powered up, we have access to the E-pad. If I can get an angle without the glare there. So you've got PV input, AC output, it's got the van thing there, consumption, battery time remaining, and then it has these aux inputs that you can hook up to, you know, water tanks, that sort of thing, DC smart controls down there. It's like that's an animated screen. You can whiz through. Hit the little button here. Shows the different inputs, smart plug controls, liquid level, temperature, digital inputs and outputs. Has graphs of energy statistics. Pardon the glare here at CES. And then you got all these settings. Lots of settings. All the settings. So that's RV5. I wanted to do a quick little look at FridgePower up close and in some detail. I don't have one of these yet available for personal testing and reviews, so this is going to be what we have to look at it. I'm going to flip the camera around and we can look up close at some things. So FridgePower itself is an 1800 watt inverter, 2 kilowatt hour system. It is, in my impression, basically based on the Elite 100. It has very similar specs. It has a 1000 watt PV input. FridgePower, yes, it does have PV. It has a 1000 watt, 12 volt, 60 volt, 20 amp, 1000 watt input. It has 2 outlets on the back, 1800 watts total. It does have DC in. It has a 2 kilowatt hour battery instead of the 1 kilowatt hour battery of the Elite 100. So this is 2 kilowatt hours in here, and they're showing it with an expansion battery. And this is kind of a different scenario. You have a hidden connector system. So we have what sort of looks like an Anderson 50 amp, and then there's a data connection. And the expansion battery then has a port of its own to continue expanding. I think it'll take 3 or 4 of these batteries. I recall the numbers I saw said 8 kilowatt hours in total. And the display on the FridgePower is down here on the front side. So they have another unit. This is a real unit here sitting on top of the fridge. It's not connected to anything, but it is real. So this is what the display looks like here. It's just a button and some status lights. So what they've done with FridgePower is they've created a separate Bluetooth magnetic display that you can see the room temperature, room humidity. Yes, it's very dry in Vegas. And input watts, output watts, state of charge. And this unit does have, this is full featured. This is not just a standby UPS. This unit has PV priority, it has Wi-Fi, it has the solar input, so you can use this to actually save you money. And I'm considering other applications, like it might be ideal as a alongside the desk or under monitor computer UPS system. Obviously the 1800 watt PV input on it there. Let me flip the camera around again. Obviously the 1800 watt PV inverter input on it is more than enough for a fridge. You could probably, run your coffee maker at the same time in an outage. Yeah, it's interesting. Something interesting I found, Gatal, solar panel OEM. I believe they actually make some things for Bluetti. They have this car showing a rooftop sort of camper shell with fold-out panels on it. It is rated for 1600 watts total panels. These are thin fold-out deals, but look at this. Look at this car. So it's got this rooftop unit. It's got a pop-up. It's got little fold-out wings. Folds down over the front. Folds down over the back. Of course, it's on a Tesla, but isn't that a cool little thing? Here they have a solar chair, solar folding camp chair with an awning on the top. It says it's 45 watts there. It's got a built-in fan. They have solar fan racket, some fold-up panels of different types. A solar business bag. And they're showing it with a OEM rebranded Bluetti EP1300 system. They have some neat things here. I'll have to check them out further. And this is Magic Lab. They make, they've got a humanoid robot over there, and the customary little robot dog that you see. It's got a little face on it. And of course, these Realbotics people are back with their robots.
They're always like speaking at what's the E3, the video game convention, it's all speaking there.
Yeah, still weird. Wow. Something interesting. Run hood. 2400 watt hour expandable to 19.2 kilowatt hour. Balcony storage arrangement. Legal now in Utah, up to 1200 watts. Looks like they have a inverter set up. Some power stations. Nope, it's fake. And no shortage of various robotic devices like these hands. Okay, here we are at the Navimo booth. They are a division of Segway, which is right next door, the mobility people. And they're kind of busy right now. They have happy hour. They're handing out beverages and snacks. I have an appointment tomorrow to get a little booth walkthrough and product overview. Who knows, maybe it'll lead to a personal review of one of these guys. They look fun. This is Powizer, which I believe is kind of a, well, it used to be a sub-brand of All Powers, and I think now they're rebranding the whole thing into All Powers. They are right next to the Bluetti booth.
Makes sense.
And you can see just over there is the orange one, those people. But yeah, these are All Powers, just different names on them. Kind of interesting. I'm gonna cut over here. This is a very unique looking BS2500. BS2500 Pro, 2400 watt PESC power, 4800 watts. Interesting. 2.5 watt hours or kilowatt hours. And this one, this is the regular, not. So this one over here is the Pro model. This is the non-Pro regular, but it also has a PESC power of 4800 watts. Very interesting. That's kind of a new rating system to me. But they look very industrial, very slimline. They got all the fans and connectors on the back there. Interesting. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and look at the orange people here. They got the customary little power stations. Nice display showing a backup fridge unit. They are all ready for Halloween here with this orange collection. It's very neat. Oh, this guy is so cute. Look at that. And so empty. Curious. Swing around here. Looks like they have solar Mars bot. Not sure what you'd do with that. After you take it to Mars, maybe it might be useful. I did go through here and hoist every one of these devices on this table, and the only one that is real is this guy on the end. Here we have Ben from Minuteman Outdoors doing some B-roll and button pushing. And David Ray from Re-Ray Outdoors, just talking to Eddie. Okay, I'm over at the Navimo booth here, and they have this X4 mower set up with a little driving platform simulator. So you can sit on this zero-turn simulator and drive this thing around the course. Now this is not how you'd use it in real life, but for fun, it's kind of neat.
It was CNET, Android Authority. What was the third one for paid?
So here comes the X4 up this demo hill here. This is four-wheel drive, only front-wheel steering. Cut 17-inch path, and it's rated for up to 1.5 acres. I'm not sure if that's continuous on one battery or after multiple charges, like a daily throughput, but it's a neat little machine. This is the bottom of the X4. It has two little cutting discs on it with, it looks like six little razor blades each. See the little razor blades there? So that is going to be quiet, and I'm not sure how long those would last, but they look like they're reversible. They're double-sided discs, so maybe it spins both directions. That's really interesting. Here's a smaller one. It's coming around to get me. It's going to see me and avoid me. It's beeping at me. It's trying to figure out how to get around. That's neat. I'll get out of its way. It's going to try to come around the base. Oh, it sees me. That's cool. So here's the X4 out on display, X450 at least. It says it'll do up to 1 acre, 1.5 acres. Nice looking machine. And then over to the side here, they have sort of its big brother. They're calling it the Terranox. This is a commercial machine. They're telling me it's basically the exact same machine, but with enterprise programming, enterprise management. You could set this for multi-units running off of one account, you know, transport them between sites, cut different yards, that sort of thing. It's real neat. And then down here's the smaller ones. This is the H2. This is the I2 LiDAR that we saw cutting in the grass there earlier. There's this little I2 all-wheel drive for smaller yards. This says 0.15 acres. So it's a nice looking booth. Navimo, brought to you by Segway. Kind of cool. Yeah, so here's a little more of the Jackery Solar Mars bot. I guess this is what it does when it's parked.
Backyard solar gazebo rapidly recharges the bot, keeping it topped up and ready to deliver power whenever you need it.
Deploys an array.
At your evening barbecue, Solar Mars bot powers the grill and recharges stored solar energy. Solar Mars bot returns to its dock and seamlessly powers your essential way of life is on schedule.
Drives away. That seems useful, I guess.
We drove from New York to Vegas.
So here's an interesting thing.
You can see all, like in the front of the bumper.
Solar power off-grid. They have trailers with solar on them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So here's one.
our delivery
See, this guy here has
we do have options.
fold-up panels. You can see extended above it. Looks like it's got a Starlink on it. This one here has panels that extend out the side and or fold up from the side. You can see there. Here we can see sort of the batwing configuration on that. $100 kWh of battery on board, water tank. You see sort of the panel set up there. That's neat. Here's something neat, Evo Trex trailer. Last year I saw the Pebble trailer, which was pretty sort of glam camping RV sort of thing. This is a little different critter. I just talked to the guy. It has a 75 kilowatt gasoline generator in the front here, 43 or 45 kilowatt hours of battery storage on board. It does have an active drivetrain, electric drivetrain, so you can recharge the internal batteries from regen braking while you're towing it. It has 15 or 1600 watt PV on the roof, and they're exploring options for perhaps augmenting that. They haven't cemented a design. I was invited to go inside and take a look, and we will do that once the current people touring it are finished. But it's a neat little trailer. Well, not little. It's not not little at all. And looks like they've got sort of a toy hauler, fold down, rear end patio deal going on here. Let me see if I can go around the corner. That's the inside. There's a, looks like an espresso machine. Does it have an induction stove in it? Induction cooktop?
Yeah.
Nice. So that's I found another scooter. Navi. Check this guy out. Racing 120. 100-mile range. 74 miles per hour. Look at this guy. It definitely looks like a beast. That's a scooter. Wonder what the weight is. It doesn't say. Here's some more scooters. iGo. This is a name I've not heard before. But here they've got a big wheel, little wheel thing. Curious. So this is what caught my attention here. They've got these deals with the little fold-out foot pegs. So you're not going to do a surfboard stance. You're going to be side-by-side feet. But you can see this one here. This one here, it looks like they fold up. Curious. Some people I've heard of previously in motion. They've got these sort of unicycle deal here. And a couple big scooters. This guy, 50 miles per hour. Even bigger. RS Pro, 94 miles per hour. And that thing is an absolute monster. Look how big that is. Wow. Here's something fun. Summit. Ride-on luggage. I've seen several people around this show driving around on these things. It's a like a carry-on that's a scooter. Here, check this out. See if it crashes. Yep. What will they think of next? Off it goes. Here we have a automated coffee robot thing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, coffee.
It's actually in there pouring and serving. This is Flex Solar. They are another OEM manufacturer of Bluetti panels. If this looks familiar, this is sort of a PV200. And then over here we have some neat little folding panels. Yeah, look at that. Does that look familiar at all? Slightly. So look at these little folding panels. Here's a little 10 watt. That's 10 watts. This is a 25 watt. I mean, little backpack friendly. 36 watt. 20 watt. It's turned around the other way. This is a 20 watt. Looks like a two leaf format. It's a little bigger. Yeah, these look very familiar, don't they? Okay, very nice. So this is a superheat. They have this very interesting, it's a water heater. This is the device right here.
Hey,
this is a tank type water heater, and it is actually a Bitcoin miner that uses the waste heat to heat water for like domestic use. It is conventional sort of 50-gallon storage size. They tell me it operates at 3 kilowatts at full tilt and is 140 terahash per second. So that's interesting, and it will, heat your domestic hot water. And of course, they have somebody here demoing the use of said hot water to get booth visitors. But it's got an Ethernet connection, and they have this thing running, and they got a little dashboard up here showing its real-time compute power, water output, all that stuff. They say this thing will make like $100 or $90 a month at current Bitcoin prices. Very new and different. How's this? Bathroom cleaning robots. Look at them clean. course, here LG and all these people in TV land have some really incredible setups. Here's some of what EcoFlow has on display. Their dual fuel generator, 4,000 watt, Delta Pro Ultra X. They are offering coffee.
I'm working 10 feet away from you.
This is their new balcony solar microinverter setup. Hello. The solar hat we remember. Nice little display area. This is neat. Cutaway of a power station. I believe this is a Ultra 3. Up to 150-inch screen, 200-inch projection. Wow. TCL. They have the Ray Neo glasses available for demonstration. You can try those on. TVs and more TVs, and they are beautiful. I feel I need sunglasses. Owsley, this is a company I know. They are nearby to my place of employment. Proud manufacturer of old school stuff. How about this guy on your wall? 162 inches. And it is that thin. Wow. We don't see every day. This is just a little sneak peek inside one room at the Venetian. I mean, there's robots for everything, including cleaning windows and litter boxes. Here's something neat. It's a mobility chair with a articulating arm and this sort of dancing thing here. Lots of robots. So these massage chairs are definitely what we needed after the long day yesterday. Here we are at the Ascents booth. They're a exoskeleton manufacturer, and we may get to try one of these on. Wow, it does want to push you. It wants a longer stride. That's what it wants. That's like my natural stride too. Okay, it's trying to break me down the stairs.
Actually, we have another mode special for the stairs.
Yeah.
I can help you to change. Yes. And you can try this mode.
Now stairs?
Yes, stairs. Up.
For up.
Yeah, upstairs. You can have it.
Okay, upstairs.
We'll give you more assistance.
Yeah, it's pushing my thighs down. Yeah. That's different. Oh, now it makes the straight line different. Or it's loosening up again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's loosening up. So you need to walk a ways and then stop and retighten it. So in stair mode when walking, it's pushing me harder. That's interesting. This is kind of neat. Okay. And there's a little wiggle because it's too loose. That's fun. Oh, it's another exoskeleton thing. I've seen 3 or 4 so far. Very similar sort of setup. Motor Bunny. You know these people. They make good stuff. Look.
We're being watched.
Look. I'm being watched.
Oh, wow, there's quite a delay. Look at that.
Yeah. There we are. So, Reolink. Let's look around and see if we can find the track mix I have.
This one is a EOB version of this as well. It's tracking, so you have 2 lenses. Optical, telephoto.
I don't have my track mix out here, but I have one of these waiting to go up on the wall shortly once I get a ladder appropriate enough to get up 14 or 15 feet. But so this is the track mix cellular version, LTE, that as I mentioned in a previous video is set up for wildlife. It's set up as a game camera, but it's the exact same camera, it just has the cellular connection instead of Wi-Fi. Then I think I'll go look at Govee, programmable lights. Let's go in and see what they've got. It's a nice lights and lamps, and most of them are programmable and controllable. They've got game stuff. You can really outfit your desk here with some dancing lighting behind a monitor setup. Whole office environment. Nice. You can hear. And most of these have adjustable color temperatures, programmable, everything. It's crazy. Something fun and a little different. Birdify for pictures of birds. A little hummingbird model. Look at that. Tiny little, I assume, little camera right there. Right there, little camera. Look at, grab your hummingbird. We love hummingbirds at my house. So, something different from robots and exoskeletons. There's the hummingbird one. Another hummingbird style. Just a free camera. Birdify. Something different. So here's something kind of interests me. Also, we're at the WIFA booth, kitchen manufacturer. They have their ProBaker NXT spiral mixer here. But just take a look at that. And it's got a flip up thing, tilt up head, and takes attachments. What do these attachments look like? Who do you think makes the Uni mixer? Yeah, I think it's WIFA. Here at Mars Tech, manufacturer of little power banks and things, and they've got a display of these lithium rechargeable AA, AAA batteries, and these seems to be really popular. And I'm not sure if they're going to be a real thing or not. I'm not convinced on the capacities. but they're here, and they have all these nice power banks. Also, these types of things. Very useful. Tech has those little power banks and batteries, but they also have some legitimate size power stations, 1200, 2200. This 5000 guy here. Look at that. Look what it says. But it's remarkably light on its feet. Let's look around the side here. Oh look, they've got a power bank back here running the display because this is an empty box. We didn't find that at the Bluetti booth for sure. Eon grills. Look at this, like fancy computerized grill here. That's insane. It even has a side burner. It says you can control it with your phone, so you can burn all your food remotely. Isn't that neat? Found this solar panel cleaning robot here. This is not really for residential. It's designed for big systems, but they got a little video playing here. Sort of like a Roomba for your solar panels. It crawls back and forth across the array and scrubs them using dew that accumulates overnight, and then comes back to a little charging base and parks for the day. Kind of neat. It wouldn't work for my house, but for like a solar farm type setup or a large commercial building with consecutive panels, you know, all on a single plane, I think it's a neat idea. Sort of in my interest of scooters, this is interesting. Is this 2 scooters? Is it a mini bike? No, it's skis. Here. You put these things on your feet, and they're basically side-by-side scooters. Very interesting. Power station manufacturer.
Yeah, I have a sound bar.
UD Power?
It's not just a power station.
I've never heard of them. Yes, it's not just a power station. Hey, this looks like a real unit. It is indeed.
That's what you hang up your hand.
It's that same company in the other booth that always,
Yeah, it looks like a
everybody.
little 40-watt panel. Some power stations that appear real. I'm guessing most of these are. That one is. Nice. We're at the Insta booth, and they are busy. Gimbals and cameras. Oh my. Lots going on. And they got some specials. Very nice. For my friendly friends who are UAV enthusiasts, this is anti-gravity. They've got their drone here. They're flying it around in this captive cage. If you can see it back there. It's kind of a neat idea. I don't think I would want one per se. Yeah, it's a 360 camera, but it's fixed.
Plus a payload detection system.
It is pretty small.
Stopping flight if extra weight is detected. 2 battery options to keep you airborne. Fly up to 30.
And we have the usual gaming and racing simulators. It's kind of fun. So we're here at EcoFlow, just checking out some of their stuff.
I think that one's real. Oh, that one's definitely real. Well, that's got some significant weight to it. They brought some real batteries this year. That one feels a little light, but heavy at the same time.
Very nice. It's newer. They make lighting products. I have a couple of their lights. I'm looking at getting a couple more. Here's a very nice softbox. Some studio lights. A little bit of history at RCA.
Yeah, that's going online.
A display of genuine old TVs.
D-scrambler on it.
It's out. We're at Hisense. 163-inch television.
Yeah.
One screen. Massive. And look how thick this is. It is that thick, 1.5 knuckles. It's 3 inches total from the wall. That's massive. Let me flip the screen around. Here, check this out. That's a big TV. Wow. Here we have, it looks tiny. It's 116 inches. Pretty. A TV designed to look like art, and this is like it has built-in screensavers, and you can subscribe to more screensavers that are art, and it's a TV. This is GDU, a drone manufacturer, and they've got some really nice units. This guy has a mapping module on it, I think. It's in this autonomous launch and recovery capsule here. Here's another similar for, I would assume, like municipal fire response, etc. And unfortunately, they are not, I don't believe, American made based on what I'm seeing on the displays here.
They got me the badge.
There's some with some LiDAR modules, mapping.
My local emergency response started picking
Neat
up drones.
stuff. Here's a neat one from GDU here. This EP1300 drone. Kind of looks familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a M3T, sort of? It's even got looks like a LiDAR module on there. Pretty neat. You've got an accessory megaphone you can put on there. Your neighbors would love that. More massage chairs. On Friday now, those would be very nice. Looks like they even stretch you out, do some arm stretches. That's fun. Here we are,
CES.
my friend's Hollyland.
The loneliest looking booth at CES, and this is the one that came up.
Well, we came all the way out here. Just
Big
to find
fan.
you guys.
Thank you.
Oh look, there's,
Oh,
that's the mic.
You guys have a four-way.
That's the mic I'm using right now.
You have a six-way?
The M2S.
Earlier today, CES had a panel interview.
Wow.
6 people on the panel.
There it is right there. Look, Sony Honda Mobility. And they've got some interesting looking cars with a little screen on the front. And some pretty complicated looking radar laser stuff on the top of the windshield there. Check out the inside of this thing. You got screens in the back. The whole front is screens. The whole dash is screens.
Should we grab coffee along the way?
If I can zoom in.
Okay, ready when you are.
Look at that. Let's go. It's just a giant panoramic screen. Just a TCL display. I don't know how big that is. So there's 1, 2 screens there. This is one screen all the way across, and then 1, 2 screens again. Put that on your back patio. Wow. So that's it from the Bluetti booth. I hope you liked the other things I found in the show, tidbits. And I'm going to sign off from CES 2026. But before I do, I would like to throw one last thing out there. No affiliation whatsoever, but they are just a few hundred feet that way. Abbott, the makers of Pedialyte, have kept me well stocked in electrolyte packets the whole week. Being hydrated at CES is very important. We're in a desert. It is so dry. Thanks for watching.